Yes, sir. Hi guys, welcome back to Cheetah World. Today, we're doing part two of Homestar Halloween all costumes. So today last time we did the costumes from 2000 to 2015 or 2015, however you like to say it. So today we'll be doing the costumes from 2016 to 2023. Alright, starting with 2016 with Later That Night costumes. Strong Mad as Monica and Rachel's door. Strong Mad is dressed as the front door of the apartment rented by the characters Monica Geller and Rachel Green on the NBC sitcom Friends. It is painted purple and has a decorative frame around the peephole. A decorative frame around the people. Sorry. The Poopsmith that's Flaming Globes of Sigmund. The Poopsmith is just a Sigmund, a character in a fictional movie, Flaming Globes of Sigmund, featured in the Seinfeld episode, The Heart Attack. Sigmund portrayed by Siri, by Siri, Sigmund, portrayed by series co-creator Larry David, ranted maniacally about planets catching fire. Marzipan as Margaret Tenenbaum. Margaret Helen Tenenbaum is a character from the 2000 Wes Anderson comedy drama The Royal Tenenbaums, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. She is a playwright. She is a playwright and the adopted daughter of Royal Tenenbaum. Bubs as Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell is an American restaurateur and arcade-style video game enthusiast. Mitchell's proficiency at games such as Pac-Man and Donkey Kong gained the fame and gained him fame in the 1980s, and he became the first player to record a perfect score on Pac-Man. A score of 3,333,360. He accomplished in 1999. Sorry. That record was vacated in 2018 along with numerous other records, Michel said after he was caught using emulator software in his recent playings, but was vacated by Guinness 2 years later, who put him back into their book. He is frequently seen in public wearing American flag patterned neckties and markets a line of hot pepper sauces, both illustrated by Bubs' costume. Oh wait, sorry. There you go. Just wanted to get a full on the costume. Coach C as Kwame. Kwame, real name Kwame Holland, and also known as K1 Million, is a rapper who began his career in 1988 at age 16. He released 4 albums and scored 5 top 10 hits on the Billboard rap charts Sorry, before his performing career fizzled. He went on to become a producer and songwriter. Wait, sorry, just making sure I read the whole thing. Homestar runner as Mr. B Natural. Mr. B Natural, played by Betty Luster, is the titular character of a short sponsored film produced in 1956 by Kling Film Productions for the C.G. Con Company. The short was intended to be shown in classrooms and school assemblies to advertise Con's line of musical instruments for American school bands. It didn't become well known until Mystery Science Theater 3000 featured it. Um, a short's contemplation was later named after Mr. B. Natural. Okay, sorry, just making sure we're I'm still recording. Strong badass no face. No face is a spirit that appears in the Japanese animated film Spirited Away. While the spirit has a frightening exterior, it is actually a friendly spirit, trying to do what it perceives to be good. As Strong Bad demonstrates, it has a large mouth hidden under its mask. The king of town as Scrubbing Bubbles. The Scrubbing Bubbles are advertising mascots created by the advertising firm Della Firmina Travissiano and partners for Dow Chemical Company in 1968. The bubbles were originally the mascots of the company's Dow bathroom cleaner and are anthropomorphic soap bubbles with bristles on their undersides. In 1997, Dow sold their bathroom cleaner to SC Johnson and Son, and the product was renamed after its longtime mascots. So, guys, Bubbles is actually how the king of town eats expired food. Strong sat as the Utz Girl. The Utz Girl is the mascot of Utz Quality Foods, a manufacturer of potato chips and various other snack foods. Based in Hanover, Pennsylvania, Strong sets costume shows. Wait, sorry, Pennsylvania. As Strong sets costume shows, she has red cheeks and blue hair, which also has a red bow in it. Wears a red shirt with a blue skirt and always carries an open bag of Utz products with which she which she has her hand in. The difference is the girl is always smiling, whereas Strongsat almost never smiles. Alright, last three for this tune. The Cheetah's the angriest dog in the world. The Angriest Dog in the World is a comic strip drawn by filmmaker David Link. Each strip consists of a block of introductory text followed by three identical panels featuring a dog growling and concluded by the same dog growling at night. Homestar is Zebra Man. Zebra Man is a nickname given to a memorable character from the documentary Heavy Metal Parking Lot. The film was shot in a parking lot before a Judas Priest concert. Zebra Man, so named because of his zebra striped shirt and pants, is known to be a major heavy metal fan who has strong opinions against punk rock. Pom Pom as Sunshine Bird. The Sunshine Bird, actually known as Orange Bird, is a mascot used by the Florida Citrus Commission that was designed by Disney in the 1970s. Unlike most birds, Orange is, in, is incapable of singing or speaking to other birds, but instead communicates with orange-colored thought bubbles. Orange was originally created for Disney World in Florida, though it would later appear in Tokyo. Alright, that's the end of that tune. Now we're going on to Haunted Photo Booth, where the gang tries to find out why there's a mysterious ghost in the photo booth. So we just gotta wait here. There you go. Alright. Homestar runner is Power Alley Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy was a Major League Baseball outfielder who played from 1976 until 1993. Murphy played for the Atlanta Braves until 1990 and wore jersey number 3, with which the team retired in his honor. Homestar's costume is specifically modeled after Nike's Power Alley poster of Murphy that featured the baseball player holding a glowing yellow bat. The back of Homestar's costume has Murphy written as Mophie to emulate Homestar's roticism. Marzipan as Joanna from Chokees. Choco Cheese, or however you say it. Chuck E. Cheese? Sorry. Marzipan as Joanna from Chuck E. Cheese. Cheese. I don't know. Joanna is a character played by Jennifer Aniston in the 1999 movie Office Space. She is a waitress who is required to wear a minimum of 15 pieces of flair, or pins on her uniform while working at her job. She eventually quit after being hassled for wearing the bare minimum and because she hated her job. Strong Badass Bob. Killer Bob is a sinister character played by Frank Silva in David Link's television series Twin Peaks. Bob is a violent and murderous demon that feeds on pain and sorrow from the supernatural realm known as the Black Lodge. I don't know if you guys can see, but he also has little gray circles for his beard right there. Strong Mad as Powdered Toast Man. Now this is what I'm sure all of you guys know. I mean, if you've watched Nickelodeon or something. Powdered Toast Man was a superhero featured on the cult favorite Nicktoon, The Ren and Stimpy Show. He was the mascot for Powdered Toast, a breakfast treat that tasted like sawdust and could form into a piece of regular toast. His main superpower was super flatulence. The cheat as Maxwell. Maxwell was the protagonist of the video game Scribblenauts, who is famous for his trademark rooster comb hat and a magic notebook that lets him summon various objects to solve puzzles. Later games in the series allowed for adjectives to modify objects. Coach Z as Parappa the Rapper. Parappa is a rapping dog who is the protagonist of the 1997 PlayStation video game Parappa the Rapper and its sequels. In the game, Parappa must rap his way through various situations in order to accomplish his goal of winning the heart of his crush, Sunny Funny. Parappa has the catchphrase, I gotta believe. Bubs as Grunkle Stan. Stan Pines, known as Grunkle Stan by his great nephew and niece, Dipper and Mabel Pines, is one of the main characters of Disney's Gravity Falls. Like Bubs, Stan, voiced by series creator Alex Hirsch, is a con artist and schemer. During the course of the series, it is revealed that Stan may know more than he seems about the town's secrets, and that the author of the three journals that documented Gravity Falls' weirdness may be related to him. Matt Matt Chapman worked on the show during Homestar's hiatus during the early 2010s. Strongstad as Hercule Poirot. Hercule Poirot is a fictional Belgian detective created by British novelist Agatha Christie, one of Christie's most famous characters. Poirot appeared in 33 novels and various other works penned by Christie, and the character has since appeared in various films and television programs based on works he was featured in, including Kenneth Branagh's Murder on the Orient Express movie, released a week after this tune. The King of Town as Alice from the Don't Come Around Here No More video. Don't Come Around Here No More is a song performed by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers that first appeared on their 1985 album Southern Accents. The, the music video for the song is Alice in Wonderland themed, with Tom Petty, who died less than a month after this tune was released, playing the Mad Hatter. Alice is inexplicably turned into a cake at the end of the video, hence the king's costume. Pom Pom as Violet Beauregard. Violet Beauregard is a character from the Roald Dahl books, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. She was obsessed with chewing gum. When she got When she got a meal-flavored piece of gum from Willy Wonka, he told her that the blueberry pie flavoring had a problem. Violet kept chewing, however, until she turned blue and swelled to the shape of a giant blueberry. The outfit Pom Pom is wearing is based on the one worn by Violet in the 1971 film based on the book Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. On a side note, in the 2005 adaptation, Violet lives in the Atlanta region like the Brothers chaps, who who worked on who's who work on Homestar Runner, help make Homestar Runner, which is pretty cool. The Poopsmith as Instant Martian. The Poopsmith is dressed as a bird-like Martian from the 1958 Looney Tunes cartoon, Hairway to the Stars. In this cartoon, Marvin the Martian utilized the help of instant Martians, which were pebble-sized pills that turn into full-sized beings, resembling the one seen here, by adding water to try to hunt Bugs Bunny. Their appearance resembles the Jovians from the 1955 cartoon Jumpin' Jupiter. Hamsar as Greg. Greg is one of the main characters of the animated miniseries Over the Garden Wall. The younger brother of lead character Wirt is an easily distracted young child with a tendency to wander off and get into trouble. He travels with a frog companion for most of the series, and wears a teapot on his head as an elephant costume. There's a little frog there in the elephant teapot costume. Alright, next is Mr. Poofers Must Die. Yeah, it takes a while to load. Sorry. There you go. Marzipan as J. Mastis. Joseph Donald Massis Jr. is an American musician, best known as the singer-guitarist and main songwriter for the alternative rock band Dinosaur Jr. So yeah, Marzipan always dresses up as guitarists peoples a lot. Homestar Homestar Runner is Dirk the Daring. Dirk the Daring is the protagonist of Dragon's Lair, an interactive movie-style arcade game that features animated sequences directed by Don Bluth, streamed from a Laserdisc. The player controls Dirk by choosing between sets of actions that pop up every few seconds. So says not the only one dressed up as a video game character, as you'll soon see. Strong Bad as Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe is the protagonist of the Beautiful Joe game series. While normally a regular person named Joe, he obtains the ability to transform into Beautiful Joe by entering a movie and gaining the ability from an older superhero named Captain Blue in order to save his girlfriend Sylvia. The cheetahs, the cheetahs, a Korok. Koroks are small plant creatures from games from the Legend of Zelda franchise, most notably Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild. The cheats, dance, and sound effects are a reference to when Koroks are found in the latter game during a game-spanning side quest. The cheat most specifically resembles Roan from Wind Waker. So Strong Bad Homestar and the cheat are all video game characters. Oh wait, sorry. Strong Sad as Tamigami. Tamigami, Tamigami, voiced by Lorenzo Music, is a member of the Gummy Bears, a group of bears who live in Gummy Glen and who were the central characters of the 1985 Disney animated series, Adventures of the Gummy Bears. Tommy, as his name implies, is the hungriest of all. Coach C and Pom Pom as Missy Elliott. Misdemeanor Elliott is a rapper and singer who first gained notice as a solo artist in 1997. The collaborative effort of Coach C and Pom Pom is a specific reference to the video for Elliott's single, The Rain, Super Duper Fly, off her debut album. But guys, if you want to know how Coach C and Pom Pom are pulling that costume off, Coach C, Coach C assures you you do not want to know. The King of Town as Little Debbie. Little Debbie is a brand of confectioneries established in the 1960s by McKee Foods. The product was named after one of her grandchildren, of founders O.D. and Ruth McKee, who also served as the basis of the logo. The King of Town holds a box of Star Crunch for his costume. The Poopsmith as a sea monkey. The name sea monkeys refers to a line of aquatic novelties marketed to children since 1957. The creature are the creatures are actually a species of brine shrimp, a crustacean known for its ability to live in high salinity seawater. The Poopsmith's costume portrays one of the pink humanoid creatures used to represent monkeys in illustrations. Strong Mad as Kano. Kano is one of the main characters of the comic Bad Company, part of the anthology comic 2000 AD. After being captured by the aliens known as the Cruel, he had half of his mind replaced with half of Cruel's mind, slowly driving him insane. Sorry, just using the mouse pad. Bubs as Stan Man. Stan is a fast-talking salesman from Lucas's Arts Monkey Island series, known for waving his hands wildly when speaking and for his plaid jacket whose pattern does not move even as Stan does. So yeah, Bubs as Stan Man. That's pretty cool. He looks like someone who's from Mexico. Sorry, I don't mean to bore anyone, but still he does. Homs, sorry. And finally, Hamsara's David St. Hubbins. David St. Hubbins is the frontman for the fictional rock group Spinal Tap and the mockumentary film This Is Spinal Tap. The character was portrayed by actor Michael McKean. The Saturn shirt he is wearing was knitted for him by then girlfriend Jeannie to the other band members' amusement. Okay, next up is the Homestar Runner enters the spooky woods contest. I mean, not contest. It's just woods, but yeah. Man, that's a long title. All right, Homestar Runner as Snufkin. Snufkin is one of the primary characters in the Moon's fantasy series. He is a nomadic vagabond who is Moomin Troll's best friend. Staying in Moonmin Valley during the spring and summer in the original Swedish version, he is known as Snuggsmörgren, which translates to old man who talks care, carelessly. Pom Pom as Bert the Bashful. Bert the Bashful is the first mid-boss seen in the Super Nintendo platformer Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Originally a regular bird, he is transformed into a giant by Kamek the Magic Koopa to battle Yoshi and steal Baby Mario. Pom Pom demonstrates his death animation when Strong Bad asks him to prove some Mode 7. And speaking of Strong Bad, he's up next. Strong Bad as Big Boy. Big Boy is the advertising mascot for Soichi Bic, a French corporation that manufactures pens, razors, and cigarette lighters. His distinguishing feature is a drop of black ink that makes up his head and face. Initially based on the metal ball in the tip of the company's pens. Wait, sorry. Strong Mad as Pink Floyd The Wall. The Wall is a 1979 art rock concert album by Pink Floyd in 1982. It was adapted into a musical film by the same name. The album is about the rise and fall of a rock star named Pink, who slowly drives himself away from reality. Strongman's costume references a common cover for the film, and it says Strong Mad is the Wall. Strong sat as the Luton candidate. The Luton candidate is the central character in Matthew Barney's 1994 film Cremaster 4. The candidate is a tap dancing statuer who travels to the Isle of Man during a car race that will determine its gender. And it also looks like a scientist version of Dobby the house elf from Harry Potter. Let me guys know in the comments if you watched that movie. Wait, sorry. The Poopsmith as a Condor Man. Condor Man was a 1981 Disney superhero comedy about a comic book artist named Woodrow Wilkins, hey, kind of like the President Woodrow Wilson, that builds a functional costume and gadgets based on his own superhero character Condor Man, for the purpose of making the comic book adventures more realistic. Coach C as the Fresh Prince's mom. Parents Don't Just Understand was the breakthrough single from DJ Jazzy Jeff as the Fresh Prince's 1988 album. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper. Coach C is dressed as the Fresh Prince's mom from the song's music video, as portrayed by DJ Jazzy Jeff. The same costume character appears in the opening title sequence for the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. The King of Town as Charlie. Charlie is a character that appears in the first series of the British comedy show The Mighty Boosh. He is a pink blob of used bubblegum that is a character in the books written by Vince Knorr. Marzipan as Maytel. Maytel, known as Mater in the original Japanese version based on the Latin word for mother, is one of the characters from the anime manga series Galaxy Express 99. She is the traveling companion of the main character, Tetsuro Hoshino, on the space train which the series is named after. She also received a spin-off series called Maytel Legend, which explains that she is the daughter of a queen named Prometheum. The Cheetah's Little Caesar. Little Caesars is a pizza restaurant the third largest in the United States. Its mascot, the eponymous Little Caesar, is a cartoon Roman man famous for his catchphrase, Pizza Pizza. Bubs as Commander Borf. Commander Borf is the antagonist from the Don Bluth QuickTime video game Space Ace. Borf plots to rule the world by turning every person on Earth into infants with his invention, the Infinito Ray. Homestar as a Bill. Bill is a character from the Schoolhouse Rock cartoon, I'm Just a Bill. In the cartoon, Bill, performed by Jack Sheldon, explains the process of how bills become laws. Okay, next up is Halloween hijinks. So, yeah, I'm recording this on the 19th of November. Um, Hope you guys had a great Halloween, and I hope you're looking forward to Thanksgiving. But sorry, back to topic. Sorry, just trying to figure out the mouse here. Alright, Halloween hijinks costumes. Homestar Runner as Bod. Bod is an animated children's television program first shown on BBC in the 1975. Later aired in the US on Nickelodeon in the early 80s. The show, adapted from a children's book series, is about a young boy named Bod who lives in a town with several other characters seen in an Easter egg, who were all introduced with memorable musical themes. The show used a simple, limited animation style and featured a single narrator rather than voice actors. As far back as 2001, the brothers Chaps have cited Bod as an inspiration of Homestar Runner. Strong Bad as General Zod. General Zod, portrayed by Terrence Stamp, is the villain in the movie Superman 2, 1980. A ruthless and megalomaniacal supervillain from the planet Krypton, animated from DC Comics Superman series. Elements of Zod invented for the film will later appear in the comics, including the famous line "Kneel before Zod" and accomplices Non and Ursa, portrayed by Strong Mad and Marzipan, respectively, in the Easter egg. But we're not really gonna see those costumes for now. Oops. Wait. Sorry. Hold on. Strong Mad as My Pet Monster. My Pet Monster is a character created as a plush toy by American Greetings in 1986. The toy line spawned the Saturday morning cartoon series that aired on ABC in 1987. American Greetings took a different approach with My Pet Monster than with most other plush dolls of the era, specifically marketing the toys toward young boys. Strong sat as Baxter from the Great Space Coaster. Tubby Baxter is a Muppet Clown character from the children's TV show The Great Space Coaster, a series featuring many Muppets and Sesame Street alumni. He is an inhabitant of Coasterville that pilots the coaster and formerly worked for the MT Promises Circus. Coach C as Dell from Gorillaz. Dell the Go Dell the Go sorry Dell the Ghost Rapper is the animated alter ego of rapper Dell, the funky homo spian. He portrayed the character when collaborating with the virtual band Gorillaz on their first album, including the single Clint Eastwood, which Coach C quotes in an Easter egg. appearing as a spirit hiding from death in the body of Gorillaz drummer Russell Hobbs. Pom Pom as the Capital City Goofball. The Capital City Goofball is the mascot for the Capital City baseball team on The Simpsons. He first appeared in the episode Dancin' Homer, where Homer Simpson becomes a mascot for the Springfield Iso- Isotopist in that appearance. In that appearance, his only speaking he, he was voiced by actor Tom Poston. The King of Town as Captain Cupcake. Captain Cupcake is an advertising mascot created to promote the line of cupcakes made by Hostess Brands. He was the second mascot introduced to promote the company's snack cakes, following the earlier Twinkie the Kid. The captain, like his predecessors, is an anthropomorphic version of the product he promotes, dressed in clothing similar to what a Navy ship's captain might wear. However, unlike his predecessor, Captain Cupcake was not as popular and is not as widely seen on packaging as Twinkie Kid is in modern times. Bubs as Beetle. Beetle is a recurring merchant in the Legend of Zelda series who made his first appearance in the 2002 game The Wind Waker for the Nintendo Game Boy. For the Nintendo GameCube. Bubs' costume represents Beetle as he appears in the 2017 Wii U and Nintendo Switch title Breath of the Wild. Marzipan is Captain Planet. Captain Planet is a superhero conceived by media mogul Ted Turner to promote environmental awareness as the central character of the 1990s cartoon series Captain Planet and the Planeteers. The story of his origin involves five teenagers from various parts of the world, each of whom is given a special ring with a specific power by Gaia, the Greek goddess of the earth who awoke in the 20th century to discover her realm had been overrun by pollution. Four of the rings represent the four classical physical elements: e- earth, earth, fire, wind, earth, fire, wind, and water. Kind of like Disney and Pixar's new movie Elemental that came out this year in I think June. And the fifth represents life, heart. When the fi- when the five rings are joined together, the combination of the five powers is strong enough to summon Captain Planet. And Marzipan is just the best, so that's kind of cool. The Shiras Ponyo. Ponyo is a human-like fish creature from the Hayao Miyazaki anime film of the same name. In the film, she uses magic to grow legs and become more humanoid, demonstrated in the cheat's Easter egg when he sprouts chicken-like legs. The Poopsmith as one guy from Andromeda. The two guys from Andromeda are the developers of Sirius Space Quest franchise of adventure games. They would appear in character as aliens with mohawks and false pig noses. Oops. Homestar as Bob. Old Bob is a robot voiced by Salem Pickens from the 1979 Disney film The Black Hole. He, along with his best friend Vincent, are last of their kind aboard the USS Cygnus, with which he calls a death ship. His battered appearance is courtesy of other robots who bully him and call him a freak. Strongbad called it that way. a BB-8 got run over by a Sandcom something machine costume, but still, yeah. Next isn't a tune, actually. It's a video game, Halloween Hide and Seek, where you play as Homestar right here, and there, and here, to find the other characters in a pixel video game. Or we just gotta wait for these images to load. Oh, there we go. Homestar Runner as the hero from Hero's Quest EGA. The look of the player's avatar from the original version of the Syria role-playing game Hero's Quest. So you want to be a hero. The series retitled Quest for Glory after a copyright dispute with Milton Bradley over the name to their Hero Quest board game. The original release of the game featured a limited palette of EGA graphics, hence the bright colors of Homestar's costume. A release used the VGA graphics that allowed for many realistic colors. Strong Bad as Sludge Volhall from Space Quest 2. Mad Scientist Sludge Volhall was a recurring villain from Styria's Space Quest game series, the arch enemy of Roger Wilco and an evil clone of Slash Volhall. Sludge Volhall is bent on galactic domination. How original. Strongbad's costume is specifically inspired by Sludge Wilhall's appearance in Space Quest 2, where he sits within a mecha costume up top a chair. The costume also draws further inspiration from a fan remake of the game, specifically Sludge Volhall's blue skin. Strongmad as Glotus from Grim Fandango. Glotus is an enormous orange demon from 1988 LucasArts adventure game Grim Fandango, voiced by Alan Blumenfield. Employed by the Department of Death as a mechanic, Glotus has a love of hot rods and an insatiable desire for speed. Glotus becomes a replacement driver for the game's protagonist, Manny Calavera, and later teams up to Manny to search the land of the dead for the virtuous soul Mercedes Colomar. Strong sat as Mike Dawson from Darkseid. Mike Dawson is the central character of Cyber Dreams, Darkseid, who is a namesake and look-alike of the game's lead designer. Having moved to a large estate in a small town, Mike implanted with an alien embryo that will hatch from inside his head. Mike thus has 3 days to solve this problem before his head explodes, traveling between the idyllic small town and its dark world counterpart, which features artwork by H.R. Giger. The game also spawned a sequel, though without designer Mike Dawson's involvement. Oh gee, that's too bad. Coach C as Malcolm from Kyrandia 3. Malcolm the Jester was the villain of the first game in the Legend of Cryandia series, but in the third and final game in the series, the player controlled Malcolm in an effort to clear his name. Pom Pom as the Manhole from the Manhole. The Manhole was a game where the player opens a manhole to reveal a ghost beanstalk they can climb to visit fantastic worlds. Created by the same team that later created Myst, the Manhole was noted both for having no goal except to explore and have fun, and for being the first computer game ever released on CD-ROM or ROM. The King of Town as the Antwerp from Hero's Quest EGA. The Antwerp is a bouncy creature who guards the secret door to the villain's hideout in the first game of the Quest for Glory series, the same game Homestar's costumes from. Bubs as Hoagie from Day of the Tentacle. Hoagie is one of the three playable characters who appear on the Day of the Tentacle, the sequel to LucasArts' first game, Maniac Mansion, an overweight roadie trying to stop a mutated purple tentacle from taking over the world. Hoagie accidentally ends up in the colonial times and meeting the founding fathers, like Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. That's pretty cool. Marzipan is Trixie from Sam and Max. Trixie the Giraffe Neck Girl is a central character of the 1993 LucasArts DOS game Sam and Max Hit the Road. Adapted from Steve Purcell's comic book character Sam and Max. Voiced by Marcia Clark, solving Trixie's disappearance from the circus serves as a crucial part of the freelance police's idiotic and baffling assignment. The cheetah's Willie Beamish from Adventures of Willie Beamish. The Adventures of Willie Beamish is a 1991 graphic adventures game developed by Dynamix, one of the first examples to use full cartoon style animation. Willie Beamish was a kid whose game involved him spending his summer break trying to win a frog jumping contest to win enough money to enter a video game tournament, and saving his town from being flooded with sewage. Well, that's interesting. Like he competes in a contest to win money for another contest. That's interesting. The Poopsmith as Cobb from Loom. The Loom, Cobb is the slow-witted henchman of the villainous Bishop Mandible. The Poopsmith's costume specifically references Cobb's guest appearance in The Secret of Monkey Island, where he can be found as a pirate in the SCUMM bar, breaking the fourth wall to promote Loom to the player while sprouting a button that reads, "Ask me about Loom." Hamsar as a droopy pigment. No, sorry, never mind. Just kidding. Hamsar as Gnome from Roast. In Samaros, the gnome is a humanoid creature in a white outfit and cap and brown boots. Separated from his homeland, the gnome has to avert another plantoid from colliding with his home planet. The goblin as Creeper from Black Cauldron, specifically referencing Sierra's 1986 adventure game adaptation. Creeper is a character from the 1985 Disney animated film The Black Cauldron, which I'm not sure a lot of people liked. Alright, two more tunes to go, guys. Next is 2022 Costume Pack now available. Alright, we got costumes. Oops. So this was a tune last year, which Dad just let me watch while we were waiting for my little brother Gabriel's soccer practice to end. So this actually is the same cartoon from 2000, the first Halloween Homestar tune, but with new costumes and new DLC. So now that the sorry, just scooting my chair. Now that the costumes pictures are loaded up, let's check them out. 2022. All right, 2022 costume pack now available costumes. The King of Town as Quaker Oats Larry. Quaker is an American food company that produces many different products, but is perhaps best known for its line of cereals, practically its brand of oatmeal. The costume the King of Town is wearing is more accurately two costumes in one. His clothing is the same worn by the company's mascot, who, as the parenthetical name notes, is semi-officially known as Larry, which resembles the way a member of the Quakers might have dressed in olden times. His physical appearance, specifically his bushy mustache and eyeglasses, resembles that of actor and former Quaker spokesperson Wilford Brimley, who appeared in a series of television commercials in the late 1980s and early 1990s, that touting the health benefits of Quaker's oatmeal. Coincidentally, Quaker also makes Captain Crunch cereal, the mascot for which the KOTs was dressed as in the original version of of, of Homestar Halloween Party, which we looked at in part one. So go check out that video um on that. It's pretty cool. Coach C as DMC. Dar- Daryl McDaniels, better known as DMC, is a rapper who was a part of pioneering hip hop group Run DMC. The group also consisted of rapper Joseph Simmons, known as Run and disc jockey, Jason Mizell, known as Master J. Cozy is dressed in one of the group's trademark outfits, which consisted of a black fedora, a black tracksuit, gold chains, and Adidas sneakers with the laces removed. Oh, and guys, did you notice the Homestar thing right here with Homestar blinking his eyes up there has changed from a more Halloween themed um version, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's almost Thanksgiving and Halloween's over, but still, it's pretty cool. Bubs as Office Space. Office Space is a Mike Judge helmed film released in the 1999s, satirizing workplace culture. Bubs is dressed as the sticky note covered man seen on the movie poster, referred to as Sticky Note Man in merchandise, sort of like a superhero name, or not so superhero name, who does not actually appear in the movie. Homestar Runner as the Black Knight. The Black Knight is the character featured in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Played by John Cleese, he is a skilled swordsman who staunchly refuses to concede even after being dismembered, famously declaring having his arms severed off as just a flesh wound. And there's like a cool blood warthog or something on the shirt, so that's pretty cool, and he's got a cool helmet. Strong. Now this is one of my favorites. Costumes in Homestar Runner, or at least specifically in this um tune. Strong badass Dr. Krygor. Dr. Krygor is a cyborg who features in Nintendo's WarioWare series, a Mario spin-off, debuting in WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games. I'm not sure if the dollar sign is just there on the computer or it's actually in the game. I'm not sure. The game's Strongbat's specific costume also originates from. Dr. Krygor is a mad scientist who is employed by WarioWare Inc., typically hosting one of the game's themed micro game courses. And this year there was a new WarioWare game. Let me know in the comments, have you played that? And also, have you played the other recent game in 2021? I think that was back in September. WarioWare Get It Together. Have you played either of those games? I haven't, but let me know in the comments. Zebra Gamer, my favorite YouTuber, has. He's cool. Go check out his channel as well. Subscribe to both channels. Okay, sorry. I'm done talking. But also, the new one came out in November this year. But sorry, I'll stop talking. Strong Matt as Operation Guy. Strong Matt is dressed as Cavity Sam, the mascot for the board game Operation. The goal of the game is to remove various objects from within Sam's body, and illustrated in Strong Matt's costume, without touching the outer edges of the area where the object is, which will cause Sam's nose to light up. Sorry, this just cough is getting to me. Sorry. The cheetah's Riffraff. Riffraff is a character from the Hedgecliff comic strip universe who first appeared in 1984 in a syndicated animated series based on the strip. Created by DIC's Juan Clalopin and Bruno Bianchi, Riffraff was the leader of a gang of junkyard cats called the cat the Cadillac Cats, whose escapades were featured in the Cats and Co. segments on the cartoon series. After the Hedgecliff television series came to an end in 1984, Riffraff was not seen again until he made two appearances in the comic strip nearly 30 years later. So, sort of like Garfield, but not really. And also, there's a quiz on Homestar on a website where it asks you who did the cheat dress up as for Halloween. Specifically in Homestar Halloween in the Homestar Halloween sorry in the Homestar Halloween party tune. Where did he dress up as Garfield, Pikachu, Hedgecliff, or Nermal? So the cheat did end up. So the answer was of course Garfield. Go check out that video where I explain about that character. Um, in both Garfield's new birthday video and or not really new, but since it was last year, but still. And also the last tune of this, the first part of this. So the cheat did end up dressing as someone from Hedgecliff in the newest part of this tune, but not really Hedgecliff specifically. Pom Pom as Timer. Timer is a cartoon character created by D. Patey, Freeland Enterprises, and voiced by Lennon Weinwerb. That was the star of Time for Timer, a series of 7 animated public service announcements for children, created for the American Broadcasting Company during the 1970s, airing from 1975 until 1992. The segments featured Timer teaching children about making healthy decisions. Among the most remembered of these is I Hanker for a Hunk o' Cheese, from which Pom Pom's costume is taken. Marzipan is John Lennon. John Lennon was a musician who was one of the founding members of the rock group The Beatles. Following the band's disbanding, Lennon went on to have a successful career as a solo musician before he was murdered in 1980. Marzipan's costume is of the animated character version of Lennon from the 1968 film Yellow Submarine, which Lennon later said was his favorite of the films that he and his fellow Beatles made. Strong side is Guillermo de la Cruz. Guillermo de la Cruz is a vampire Nandor. The relentless is familiar in the What We Do in the Shadows television series played by Harvey Gullin. The Poopsmith as Rinsler. Rinsler is a villain from the 2010 Disney film Tron Legacy. After the events of the 1982 original, the heroic program Tron was corrupted by Kevin Kline's doppelganger, Clue, turning him into a servant now named Rinsler. To the and the Poopsmith is dressed as the good guy Tron, or I think he's a good guy, yeah. And the first Homestar Halloween party, so that's pretty cool. Homestar as A Light in the Attic. A Light in the Attic is a 1981 book of children's poems by writer slash humorist Shel Silverstein, one of Silverstein's best-selling books. Homestar is dressed as the cover illustration, depicting a person with a roof for a scalp. Sort of like R.L. Stein, but it's Silverstein and Shel Silverstein. All right, everyone, the final tune so far, oops, of Homestar involving Halloween costumes. But before we get to the last one, don't forget to click a like on this video, subscribe, share it with different people, get them to subscribe too to my channel, because I'd like a silver or golden play button sometime soon, or a diamond one. So let's get to subscribing, huh, folks? Because I make learning fun on this channel. Alright, finally, the Halloween edition. We just gotta wait. Alright. Sorry. The Halloween edition costumes. Homestar Runner as Tom Dover. Tom Dover is one of the three Dover boys from the cult favorite Chuck Jones Marrying Melodies cartoon, The Dover Boys at Pimento University, which was originally released in 1942. Tom is the oldest of the three brothers who attempted to rescue their shared fiancée Dora Standpipe from coward bully Cad and thief Dan Blackslide. However, Dora manages to beat up Backslide, and the Dover boys instead knock each other out. The trio later returned in the Anti-Maniacs and the 1996 film Space Jam, a collaborative remake made by over 90 different animators, was released in 2018. Sorry, in 2018. Coach C as a Beastie Boy from the Intergalactic video. Intergalactic was the lead singer from the Beastie Boys' 1998 album Hello Nasty. In the music video for the song, the three members of the group dressed as Japanese construction workers, who also pilot a giant space robot, who does battle with an octopus-headed monster, or Keiju to be more specific, in Tokyo. The King of Town as Immortan Joe. Colonel Joe Moore, better known as Immortan Joe, is the main villain of the Oscar-nominated reveal of the Mad Max series, Mad Max Fury Road, released in 2015. Played by Hugh Caius Brine, he was the Lord of the Seattle and the leader of the financial war boys and kidnapped women across the wasteland, including the deuteragonist agonist of the film Furiosa to be his breeding slaves. Bubs as Jack Flack. Jack Flack is from the 1980s movie Cloak and Dagger. He is the main character of the video game Cloak and Dagger, but also appears as an action figurine and a figment of the main character Davy Osborne's imagination as a friend and action hero mentor. Davy gets a cartridge of the game containing important military secrets and must protect it from various thugs. So now I can add Jack Black and Jack Black along with Chris Pratt and Chris Pratt to people who sound alike. Marzipan as Penny. Penny is a claymation character created by Craig Bartlett, creator of Hey Arnold, and and animated by Pro- Productions, which means Aardman Productions. Which I think also I don't know if that's the same Aardman who made Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit and all that, and Flushed Away, and those DreamWorks movies. I mean, maybe they did. I'm not sure. She was the. I mean, I guess so. If it's Aardman, yeah, just a different company studio. She was originally created as shorts for Pee-wee's Playhouse after Bartlett moved to Los Angeles in 1987. The premise of the shorts is that Penny will discuss various topics and express certain interest, while the animation would show literal deceptions of the things she talks about. One of Penny's traits is that her eyes are made of two copper penny coins, hence the name. She also appeared on an anti-drug PSA on ABC as part of Paul Rayboon's plea agreement in 1991. Pom Pom as Billy Bob Broccoli. Billy Bob Broccoli was the mascot of Showbiz Pizza Place. He was one of the singers and bassists of the band, the rock af sorry, the Rock of Fire Explosion. Emerging after a split between creator Robert L. Brock and Chuck E. Cheese's owners. Pizza Time, the- Pizza Time Theater. The two eventually merged with all remaining restaurants becoming Chuck E. Cheese locations. The cheat as E.T. dressed up by Gertie. So now we're at one of three characters in this tune dressed up as someone from E.T. E.T. going home. Sorry. There was the finger thing and all that. Let me guys know if you've seen that movie. I haven't. I haven't. But maybe I will someday when I find the time. So the cheetah's E.T. dressed up by Gertie. The cheetah's dressed up in the Halloween costume chosen for the title character by Elliot's sister, Gertie Taylor, in the 1982 film E.T. the Extraterrestrial. The Poopsmith as Xer. Xer, played by Norman Snow, is the main antagonist of the 1984 sci-fi film The Last Starfighter. The leader of Kodan Empire, um, Xer portrays his father, Ambassador Enduran of the Star League, and starts a war between the two factions. The Star League sets up an arcade machine to find the best pilots of the universe, which set up the plot of the film. Let me guys also know in the comments if you've seen that movie, along with E.T. Extraterrestrial Terminal or whatever that was. Homestar Sergeant DX. Sergeant DX is the Inspector's sidekick from the Inspector cartoons. A Spaniard Gendarme. He was even more dim-witted than the already quite dim-witted Inspector, with a catchphrase of "Holy Frijoles." Hey, kind of like Puss in Boots, or more specifically in Puss in Boots' Last Wish. Let me guys know if you've seen a movie. Okay, so I'll get back on topic. The cartoon series was inspired by the character of Inspector Clouseau, played by Peter Sellers, in the Pink Panther film series. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Sorry, just making sure I remembered what that was. So let me guess also know if you've watched the Inspector cartoons. Alright, the second to last E.T. character. Strong side as Elliot's Halloween costume. Strong side is dressed up in the zombie costume that Elliot Taylor wore in E.T. Strong mad as Rockbiter. Cyclone Krauszark the Rockbiter was one of the many creatures Bastian encountered in the film The Never-Ending Story, named after their diet of rocks and earth-based materials. Alright, the last character from this tune, oops, sorry, dressed as someone from E.T. and our last character of the day is Strong Bad as Elliot's brother Mike's Halloween costume. Oh, sorry. Strong Bad is wearing the costume worn by Mike Taylor, Elliot's older brother in E.T. The costume is of a man with a knife stabbed through his head. E.T. attempts to heal the wound, but the brother stops him by telling him it's fake. Okay, that's everyone so far in the Homestar Halloween tune, or all their costumes. So, let me guys know what you thought. I definitely like Homestar Runner. It's a very funny and cool thing to watch. I would just say, guys, you know, on Coach C's outfit, there are some buttons. I'm not sure if you see him, and I'm not sure if you see his eyes through those goggles, but yeah. So don't forget to subscribe to these three channels: Cheetah World, Homestar Runner, and Zebra Gamer. They're all great channels. And don't forget to like their videos, share with people, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now I gotta go and get some Caesar's pizza. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Wow. And happy Halloween and happy Thanksgiving. Wow.